Hello champs, welcome to all of you on my Pyara Sa channel Coding from Mumbai. In this video, I'm not talking about any new topic of a core Java playlist. I just want to talk about some remaining portion that I'm not completed till now. I just want to complete them. So in this video, I'm talking about comparable and comparator interface. I already created a video, part 1 of comparator versus comparable interface in core Java playlist. If you are not watching that video, so please go and watch that video. After that, you have to watch this video. So in this video, I am taking the practical information how we are able to implement the comparable interface as well as comparator interface. In part 1 video, I am just completed the theoretical concept about the comparable and comparator. Okay, sorry. So theoretical concept of comparator and comparable is completed in part 1 video, and this is the last video. This is the part 2 of comparable versus comparator, in which the practical information, mean in-depth knowledge, are provided in this video. So my goal are in this video to provide all important information, the practical way how we are able to implement the comparable versus comparator interface. All information about comparable and comparator are completed in this video. Okay, so watch this video very well, and thanks for watching all the my Korea playlist videos, and let's enjoy the video and start. Hello. Now let's start the video. So before starting the video, I just want to tell you I'm writing some important point here. So what are the topic that I want to cover in this particular video? I'm writing here. Okay. So first point is that I want to cover that is quick recap, means quick revision of part 1 video, means whatever I am explaining in part 1 video, I just want to quick recap of the topic. Then second point I want to cover comparable interface with the help of example, how we are able to understand the comparable interface by help of coding. Then difference between comparable versus comparator. Then fourth point is comparator interface with the help of example. So these are the 4 points that I want to cover in this video. So before quick revise, I just want to understand the what is the requirement of comparable and comparator. So for that, I'm just open our VS Code. In this, you are able to see I'm just simple creating a example.java file. Okay, so I'm just write some line of code. After that, only you are able to see what is the needs, what is the necessary of comparable and comparator interface. Okay, so I'm just writing public class example, which contain public static void main method. Okay, now before talking about all this thing, I just want to import a package, that is java.util package. Okay, now in main method, I'm just creating a object of ArrayList class. ArrayList is a class of the child class of collection framework. Okay, if you are not watching collection framework playlist, so please go and watch the video of collection framework playlist. Okay, so I'm just creating a simple object of ArrayList class. Okay, in which I want to insert the string type value. For example, my list is equal to new, then array list. Okay, so I'm just, you are able to see by help of generic I am provided type safety, means only string type of data are inserted into this particular my list object. Okay, now by using add method, I want to add some element to the particular array list. So I'm just writing my list dot add. I'm writing here like zebra, my list dot add. Again, I want to write here, I want to insert lion. Then my list dot add, I want to like here jackal. Okay, then my list dot add animals. Then my list dot add birds. Okay, you are able to see in my list object I am inserted the 5 element into the particular my list object. Okay, so first is that we have to understand why I'm using the comparable and comparator interface. We have to understand this concept. Okay, Now you are able to see I'm just creating simple mylist object of array list class, and then I'm adding the 6 element into the particular object. Now I want to print the mylist, so I'm just writing system.out.println and mylist. I want to run the program and see the output. What is the output of the program? Okay, you are able to see output here is zebra, lion, jackal, animals and bird. Means in which order I am inserted the element into the particular object, in the same order the element are inserted. Means insertion order are pre-reserved into the array list object. This is the property of array list. Okay, means insertion order is reserved, in which order element are inserted, in the same order elements are stored into the memory. Okay, so this is a simple rule of insertion order are pre-reserved into the array list object. This is why in which order I am inserting the element, in the same order elements are inserted. Now let's assume I want to sort the name of these are the object element by alphabetical order. What I'm saying, if I want to sort, if I want to providing the sorting of these elements. Now let's assume I just want to sort this particular group of element. Means I just want to sort the zebra, lion, jackal, animal and birds, these elements into alphabetical order. So how I am able to do that? How I am able to sort these elements in the in this program? So I just want to write some line of code here, so you are able to understand. I'm just writing collections dot sort, and I am providing the object of our list. Okay, you are able to see why it is error. I don't know why it's provided error. Okay, so we have to understand there is a collections is a framework and collections is a class. We have to understand. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm telling that collections versus collection. We have to understand these two are different things. We have to understand collections is a predefined class that are present into java.util package, and this particular class contain the sort method, that is a static method. By using this sort method we are able to sort the element of a group. Okay, so means by using this sort static method we are able to sort the group of element. But collection is a framework that contain too many, collection is an interface that contain too many predefined interfaces, predefined classes, that is known as the collection framework. But collections is a different thing. So notice point here is by using by using the sort method of collections class, by using the sort method of collection class, we are not able to sort the any type of group of element. What I'm saying, by using this collections uh, class sort method we are not able to sort any type of group of element. No, we are able to sort the element of the collection framework type. Means you are able to see in this example, if I want to removing this, in this example you are able to see array list is a class, okay, that are present into the collection framework. So all the classes and all the interfaces that are present into the collection framework, only that object and only that group of element we are only able to sort by using the collection sort method. Understand? So this is the concept of sort method, and this is the concept of collections class. Collections is a class, collection is a framework. Please do not confuse between both of them. Now I am just calling the sort method and passing the our list for sorting the element of a my list object into alphabetical order. After sorting, again I want to print our list, and now I am running our program and see the output. What is the output here is zebra, lion, jackal, animal. This is the output before sorting, and this is the output after sorting. You are able to see animal comes first, then birds, then jackal, then lion, then zebra. Means alphabetical order element are sorted by using the sort method. By using this sort method we are able to sort the group of object into the ascending order, in alphabetical order. This is a simple example of sorting the element of array list by just calling the sort method. Now what happen if I'm removing all these things? what happen if I'm creating the object of array list class? I just want to store the element of in my list of integer type. Okay, I'm writing integer, so I'm only able to insert the integer type of element into the my list object. So I'm just writing my list dot add. I'm writing 45 here. Then my list dot add. I'm just writing 32 here. Then my list dot add 78 here. Then my list dot add 62 here. Then my list dot add 15 here. Okay, I'm just inserted 5 elements into the my list objects, and I want to print first my list. You have to understand, this is the our list. Okay, now I want to sort this particular list by using the collections sort method. So I'm just writing collections dot sort. I'm writing our object name that I want to sort, and then I'm just writing again want to print the our list. Okay, you are able to see this is the group of element before sorting, and this is the group of element after sorting. In ascending order, element are sorted. When 15 are comes first, then 32, then 45, then 62, then 78. So you are able to see how the element are sorted by using the sort method, whether it is type of integer type, whether it is type of string type. But notice point here is integer type or string type or any other type. Whatever type I am providing in this particular array list object, and I want to sort that. So we are able to do that by calling the sort method. But what happen when I want to sort the object of student class? What I'm saying, let's assume I am just creating a class. Again, I want to removing all these things here. What am I my requirement? I want to sort the array list of student type. Means I'm just creating a class student. Okay, this class contains some variable, some instance variable like int roll number, then string name, and then int age. I'm just using a constructor for putting the element into the particular student class. For that, I'm just creating a constructor public student, and I'm just writing here int roll number, int not int string name, then int age. Okay, I have to write here like int. Now I'm just writing this dot. What is this pro? This dot roll number is equal to roll number. This dot name is equal to name. This dot age is equal to age. So you are able to see I'm simple creating a student class which contains 3 instance variable: student name, age, and ID or a roll number. And I'm just creating a simple constructor. By using this constructor, we are able to initialize the object of student class. Okay, now what happened, I am just creating a array list in which I want to insert the element of student type. Okay, so first way of inserting the element, I'm just creating the object of student class. S1 is equal to new student, and here passing the roll number like 21201, and name is like Aman, and age is like 22. Okay, so you are able to see here I'm just creating a simple object of a student class, one object S1, and now I want to add that object into our list. So I'm writing add method, and then I'm writing S1. So you are able to see I'm simply creating the object of student class, and in student class object I am passing the argument, means roll number, name, and age. Then in my list object I just want to add the object into my list. So this is a long process. I know I'm not going to do that. I'm just removing this line. I'm directly add the object into the group. I'm just copy here and come into here and paste. You're able to see in my list object, I am just adding a roll number. I'm just inserting the data of one student. Again, I want to insert the mylist dot add new student. I want to insert the information of second student. So I'm just writing roll number 202. The name is like Shubham, and then age is like 25. Okay, so you are able to see I'm inserting second element, second student date information into my list object. Then again I want to insert some other element of object of student class, so student, and I'm passing the 203 as a roll number. Then name is equal to like Sal, and then age is equal to like 28. Again I want to insert an element into here, new, then student, roll number is equal to 204, and name is equal to like Komal, and age is equal to like 23, 24. Okay, and my list dot add, I again want to insert element student, and here I am passing the roll number 205, and name is equal to like Yahoo, let's assume the name, and the age is equal to like 30. So you are able to see I'm just creating a simple object of my list class, and that I am inserting the student type of information, and I am inserting the 5 student data into this particular my list. After inserting the information of student class in student class object into the particular my list object, okay, I am doing that here. So I just want to doing some operation, like I am not inserting the element 203 and 205, then 202, and then here 204. Understand? And age is like 26, then 20, 20, then 24. This is where. So you are able to see I'm just inserting the student information into the our my list class. So I'm just want to print the object. I just want to print the my list. So I'm using the for each loop for printing the information of student of my list class object. Okay, so I'm just writing student s, then my list. By using for each loop, we are able to print the information of student. I'm just writing println, and then s dot roll number, then plus, then s dot name, then again s dot age. Okay, so by using this particular for each loop, we are able to print the information of student of that are contained by the my list object. Okay, again I want to run the program and see the output. What is the output of the particular program? You are able to see. If I want to over it up, you are able to see 201 Aman, then Subham, Vishal, Komal, and Yahoo. Means in this same order, data are inserted in this particular list. Understand? This is a roll number, this is a name, and this is the age of the student, of 5 students that are present into the my list object. Now, what happened if I want to sort? Now, whenever we are able to sort the by using sort method of collection class, we are able to sort the element of a my list class. Again I want to sort that, and now I want to sort the object of my list. So I'm just calling that right here, collections dot sort. I'm just providing the my list here, and then I want to again print this name of student, and here I'm just writing some line of code that is after sorting, and I'm using the new line, so it provides us new line here. You are able to see I'm just calling the sort method, collections dot sort method, and passing the object of MyList. VS Code is already provide the error at compile time. If I'm hovering it, so you are able to see the method sort list t in the type collection is not applicable for argument. If I want to run the program and see the output, if this particular sort method are able to sort this particular my list or not. Okay, so I just want to run the program and see the output. What is the error? You are able to see this is a very long error are provided. Read the message. Error: no suitable method found for sorting the student class type. Means there is no particular suitable method are found for sorting the object of a student class. Understand? Means there is a chances of, if I want to sort the element into the age wise, if I want to sort the element into the name wise, I want to sort the element age wise or a roll number wise, this is not fixed. This is why by using sort method we are not able to sort the this particular student class or group of object by using the sort method of collections class. So for solving this particular problem, for solving the problem means for solving the problem, what problem? We want to sort the object of student class that are contained by the MyList class object. Okay, so I just want to sort the student class information that are contained by the MyList object, but we are not able to do that by using the sort method. So for solving this particular problem, then comparable and comparator interface comes into the picture. Understand? For solving this particular problem, at that moment of time, comparable and comparator interface comes into picture. So I'm just open our this particular file, and now I want to quick revise the what is the comparable and comparator interface. Till now I just want to tell you what is the requirement, why I am using the comparator and comparable interface in our program. What is the requirement? So this is a requirement, means if I want to sort the element of user defined classes, user defined type, string and integer both are the classes that I am taking the example is the predefined classes. But if I want to sort the element of user defined class object, for that we have to use the comparator and comparable interface. Okay, so this is why I'm using the comparable and comparator interface. So let's talk about the quick revision about the comparable and comparator interface. Okay, so I'm just writing some important point here about comparable interface and comparator interface. So comparable interface, I just want to read. Now let's understand the requirement, means the meaning of the comparable interface and comparator interface. First I want to talk about the comparable interface. So a comparable interface or a comparable object is capable of comparing itself with another object. Means comparable object are capable for comparing the itself with the another object. This is why, means I am by using the comparable interface or by using comparator interface, we are able to compare the user defined type of object. Understand? Means student class or any college class, any different user defined classes, if I want to compare them in together, so we have to use comparable interface and comparator interface. This particular comparable interface are present where? This particular comparable interface present into java.util package. Understand? If I want to if I want to use a comparable interface, so we have to import the java.util package. Okay, so this is the how the comparable interface looks like. So comparable interface contain a method that is known as a compare to method. Now this particular compare to method is taking one argument as an object, and by using this particular comparable interface compare to method, we are able to provide some line of code. We are able to implement this compare to method. So by using this method, we are able to compare one object into another object. By using this method, we are able to sort the user defined type of object that are contained by the NA list object. Understand? So this is a simple definition, simple example of a comparable interface, how comparable interface looks like and what are the method contained by the comparable interface. Now I am talking about comparator interface. Unlike comparable, comparator is external to the element type we are comparing. It's a separate class. We create multiple separate class that implement comparator to compare by different member. Means comparable and comparator both are the interface that are used for comparing the user defined class type of object but difference in both of them. Comparable interface are compare the itself object with the another object. But when I'm talking about comparator interface, so comparator interface compare two different object itself. Comparator interface are not present into same class. Comparator interface present into different or separate class. If you are not understanding the in very well till now, so don't worry, I explain you very well. Understand by taking some examples, so you are able to understand what is the difference between both of them. In this particular slide, I just want to tell you comparable and comparator both are the interfaces that are used for comparing the comparing the user defined class type object. So by using these two interfaces, we are able to sort the user defined type of group of objects that are contained by the list object. Understand? And this comparator interface contain a method that is known as a compare method. And this compare method take two argument as an argument. First one is object O1, second one is object O2. So we are able to compare the information of O1 as compared to the O2. So we are able to do that by using the comparable interface. Now, collections class has a second sort method and it takes comparator. The sort method invokes the compare to sort object. Means this particular sort method invokes the compare method to sort the object. And here same in this line also, in comparator terms also, this particular sort method call the compare to method or invokes the compare to method for sorting the object of user defined type. Understand? So this is a basic information, quick revision about comparable interface and comparator interface. Now I just want to talk about the how comparable interface are able to solve the problem of comparing the object. What I'm saying, how this particular comparable interface are used for solving the problem of student class type of objects. I just want to sort that. So how are you able to do that? Let's get started for that. So I'm just open our VS Code. In this example, you are able to see I'm just creating a object of array list class. In this, I'm just adding the student, 5 student information, roll number of the student, name of the student, and age of the student. And by using for each loop, I am printing the information of the student. And by using sort method, I want to call that I want to sort the element, but I am not able to do that. After sorting, I just want to print the information about student. Now, how comparable interface are works or able to solve this particular problem. So if I want to talk about comparable, so is this particular student class, if I want to use the comparable interface, so we have to import the java.util package that I'm already done. Okay, so java.util package I'm already inserted, imported. So means we are able to write or we are able to use the programming of comparable interface. So I'm this particular student class implements the comparable interface. And just I'm writing here student. Why I'm writing student here? Because if I'm not writing student, any problem? No problem. Okay. No, I have to write here student. So what is the profit of that? Means this particular comparable interface means whatever method are taken as an argument, that is a student type only. Okay. Now there is an error. Means whenever we are implementing any interface, means any class that implement the particular interface, so that particular class have responsibility to implement the all the method of this particular class. Understand? In this example, student class implements the comparable interface. So this particular student class have responsibility to implement the methods of a comparable interface. So student class have must be implements the inherited abstract method, that is compare to method. Compare to method is a method of comparable interface in which we have to write some line of code. By using that line of code, we are able to compare the information of one student to other student. Understand? So I'm just implementing the compare to method. So I'm just writing public int, then I'm writing compare to method, which take the object of student class. Means you take the object of any class. Okay. And this particular method is written some value. For example, I just written 0. Now question is, student class have a theme instance member variable, means name of the student, age of the student and roll number of the student. Question is, in which order you want to store, you want to in which manner you want to sort the student class object. Means if you want to sort the element of a student class in name wise or roll number wise or age wise. Means in which manner you want to sort the student class object. Roll number wise you want to sort, or name wise you want to sort, or age wise you want to sort. In this example, I just want to sort the student class of roll number wise. I just want to sort the student class object into my list class, my list object into the what? Into the roll number wise. So how we are able to do that? So I have to write some line of code. By using this line of code, we are able to see, we are able to sort the roll number wise student information. Now question is, sir, your requirement is very clear. You are just creating a student class which contain the roll number, name and age of a student. Okay, if you want to come, if you want to sort the particular student class object into the my list class, into my list object by using the collection dot sort method. So for that you have to implement the we have to implement the comparable interface. So you are simply implement the comparable interface. If any class implement any interfaces, so that particular class have responsibility to implement the all the method of particular interface. So by the rule, student class just implement the compare to method. Okay, now you are want to sort the object of student class on roll number wise. You want to sort the student class object roll number wise in ascending order. So how you, this is your target. Question is, how whatever we are writing some line of code in compare to method, so we are able to sort the student name or student information in roll number wise. So let's understand how this particular compare to method are works. For that I am just open our paint so you are able to understand. Okay, I want to open our paint so you are able to understand how this compare to method are works for comparing the information of student class or user defined class. Okay, so for that I'm just comes here and I want to write here some line like this. Okay, and then let's assume this is the our my list, and these are the boxes, means these are the element I am inserting into the particular my list. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 element are inserted in our my list. I am just want to write here some line of element my list. Okay, I want to write increase the size so you are able to understand. Now this is a my list object you are able to see here, in which I am just want to write here like S1 student. Here I want to write, here I want to write S2 student. Then here in this third box I want to write S3 student. Okay, and in this box I am writing is S1 S4 student, and in this box I am writing S5 student. Means this particular my list object contain the object of student class S1 S2 S3 S4 S5. These are the object of student class. Okay, now how this compare to method are works. So for that I'm just writing here compare to method. How this method are works. This method contain the object of a particular, let's assume student type. Okay, so how this particular method are works I just want to write here so you are able to understand how these are working here. Understand? are able to understand how these are the works. What is done here, I don't know. Please help me, bro. Now I want to increase the size so you are able to understand how it looks like. Now you are able to see. I am just simply you are able to see this compare to method are here which contain the object of student class, and s1, s2, s3, s4, s5 are the element of a student class that are contained by the mylist object. Now how compare to method are works, understand. So I want to sort the this particular element or group of object into the roll number wise. So how I will do that? I'm just simply writing here like s1. I want to increase the size so you are able to understand. S1 dot roll number. I'm writing here like roll number. What I'm doing, bro? Student dot roll number minus S2 dot roll number. Okay. This provide. I'm just returning this element into the particular method. Okay. I think you are able to understand. Okay. So how we are able to understand this particular method? I'm writing this line up means s1 dot roll number minus s2 dot roll number. Whatever this method are written, this method return the integer type of value, means compared to method return 1, 0 or minus 1. When s1 dot roll number and minus s2 dot roll number is represent or return the negative value, what I'm saying, whenever s1 dot roll number minus s2 dot roll number return the negative value, at that time means s1 of roll number is less than at the compared to s2 roll number. What I'm saying means whenever this s1 dot roll number minus s2 dot roll number return the negative value, it means s1 is the roll number of s1 is less than the roll number of s2, means roll number of s2 is greater than s1. So there is no changes are occurred because least element are comes first and greater element are comes last. So because I want to sort the this list in ascending order, this is why this is done. Means whenever this particular line of code, whenever this particular line return the negative value, so there is no changes. It means this roll number of student is less than roll number of student s2. So s1 are present into the same place and s2 are also present into same place. Now if this particular s1 dot roll number and s2 dot roll number returns 0, understand, let's assume the roll number of two students is equal. Let's assume, and this is not actually happen, but let's assume student of s1 student and student s2 are equally completed equal. So this method, this minus operator return the 0. It means the s1 and s2 have a same value, have a same equal roll number, so there is a no changes are done. But whenever s1 dot roll number minus s2 dot roll number returns 1, means return positive value, at that time it means the roll number of student 1 is greater than the roll number of student 2. At that moment of time s2 are shifted here from this box and s1 are shifted here, understand. So you have to understand whenever s1 and s2 are s1 minus s2 return the positive value or return the 1 value, it means s1 roll number is greater than s2 roll number. So s1 are shifted from first place to second place. So the roll number of s2 is less than of s1, so s2 comes first and s1 goes in the second place. So how this compare to method R works, I think you are able to understand. I just want to close this particular uh, window. Okay, now this how this compare to method R works. So I'm just writing here if s1 dot if s1 dot I'm just writing simple here, return s1 dot roll number minus s2. I'm not writing s1 s2, you have to understand. I'm writing this dot s1 minus this dot roll number minus s1 dot roll number. Okay, You are able to understand how I am writing here this dot roll number. What is the meaning of this? This meaning, the line that I'm highlighted here. The meaning of this particular highlighted point is this dot roll number represent the current object. I'm just comparing the current object information to the this particular S1 object. Understand? So this dot roll number are compared to the S1 dot roll number. If this particular line return the zero value, so it means the roll number wise both the students are equal. So there is no changes are done. Whenever this particular line return the negative value, it means roll number of student 1 is less than the roll number of student 2. So there is no changes are done. If student of roll number 1 is greater than the student of roll number 2, at that moment of time changes are made. Why? The greater roll number r comes last and less roll number r comes first, because I am sorting the element of a student type into the ascending order. Those students have a less roll number that r comes into first place. So this is why this compare to method R works. Compare to method returns positive value, negative value, and zero value. Okay, you are able to see. Compares this object with the specified object for order, returns a negative integer 0 and a positive integer as this object is a less than or equal to or greater than the specified object. You are able to see that how this method R works. This method returns a positive or negative or equal to. This method returns a negative integer 0 or a positive integer as this object is less than or equal to or greater than this particular S1 object. So how this particular compare to method R works? So you are able to understand in this example. I am just implementing the comparable interface, and by in the compare to method I am writing our line of code. So you are able to understand how this particular compare to method R works and how by using sort method. Now by using this same line, by using this particular collections dot sort method, we are able to sort the our element or student type data into the roll number wise. Means we are able to see 201, 203, 205, 202, 204 I am inserted, but I just want to sort the these student information into roll number wise. Whenever I am calling the particular sort method, collections dot sort method, at that time this particular sort method automatically internally invokes the compare to method of comparable interface. Understand? Whenever I am calling the collections dot sort method and providing the object of our my list, so internally this method invoke the compare to method of comparable interface. Understand? So whenever it calling the compare to method, so at that moment of time this method returns the positive, negative, or equal to zero value. According to that, this particular sort method are able to sort the group of element that are contained by the my list object into the roll number wise only. Okay, I just want to run the program and see the output. Is this particular group of objects are sorted or not? You are able to see these are the again. Okay, I have to write some line of codes for understanding purpose. Now again I want to run the code. It looks like it good. Now in this output you are able to see 201, 203 means in which order element are inserted. In the same order element are returned by before sorting. After sorting you are able to see 201, 202, 203, 204, 205 means roll number wise data are sorted. If you are able to see age wise data is not sorted because 26 comes first, then 24, then 25. Names wise are also not sorted, but only roll number wise data are sorted by using the comparable interface. So this is how comparable interface R works for sorting the customized object data into the list. Okay, so you are able to see this is the output before sorting and this is output after sorting. So how this particular comparable interface, R works, and the it method, that is compare to method, how this particular compare to method R works, you are able to understand, I think, till now. This particular sort method is actually calling the compare to method internally. By using this sort method, we are able to sort the user defined type of object. Understand? So this all information, basic information about the comparable interface, how comparable interface are able to sort the student class. Now let's talk about the second. Now we know that comparable interface, how it works for comparing or sorting the user defined class type of object by using this particular compare to method. Understand? We know that comparable interface and comparator interface both are works or both are the same, means both are the target of the both interface are same for sorting the user defined class type of object. But what is the difference between both of them? So I just want to comes into here, and I think you are able to understand comparable interface with the help of example I am completed till now. I just want to talk about the what is the differences between comparable interface and comparator interface. So I just open a slide, you are able to see. I'm just writing 5 point here, the differences between comparable interface and comparator interface. After that, I'm taking the example of comparator interface, how comparator interface are different from comparable interface. Means what are the properties or what are the functionality that comparable interface are not able to provide that are provided by the comparator interface. So let's read first point. Comparable provide a single sorting sequence. In other words, we can sort the collection on the basis of the single element such as the ID, name, price. What is the meaning of that particular first point? First point says by using the comparable interface at a time we are only able to sort the group of object into the only on single way or only the single sorting sequence or single manner. Means if I'm taking the example of a student class where I'm storing the element of student like name of student, age of student and roll number of student. So by using comparable interface we are only able to sort the student information at a time only for as a name wise or roll number wise or age wise. Means at the same time if I want to sort the information of student at a roll number wise as well as the name wise, so we are not able to do that. Understand? This is the drawbacks of comparable interface. Means if you want to compare, if you want to sort the student class information, so in the name wise and roll number wise in the same time, so you are not able to do that by using comparable interface. So comparable provide a single sorting sequence. Means at a time you are only able to sort the information of an object of only on depend on one manner. Means or a roll number wise or a name wise or a age wise. But if you I am telling you, you have to sort the group of student information first. Line means first you have to sort name wise, then after that you have to sort the roll number wise in the same program at the same time. So you are not able to do by using comparable interface. Now second, comparator says the comparator provide multiple sorting sequence. Means by using comparator interface we are able to sort the student information or any predefined user defined class information different sequences. We are able to do that. Means if I want to sort the student class information in the same program at the same time name wise also as well as the roll number wise also, so we are able to do that by using comparator interface. We are able to sort the information of student class at the same time age wise as well as the name wise as well as the roll number wise. This is the benefit of the comparator interface. Understand? Second point, comparable affect the original class, that is actual class is modified. Because why comparable affect the original class? This is why comparable affect the original class. Because a student class, for example student class, I want to sort that. So in the student class I want to implement the comparable interface, and compare to method are contained by the student class. So if I want to do any changes into compare to method, so this particular original class are modified. Understand? You have to understand why original class is modified, because comparable interface are implemented by the original class. If you are changes and do anything into compare to method, so original class are modified. But comparator does not affect the original class, that is actual class is not modified. Why comparator is not affect the original class? Because comparator interface are implemented by the any other classes. Understand? Comparator interface are implemented by not by the original classes. comparator interface are implemented by the any other classes. I am telling that how the comparator R works. After that, third point, comparable provides compare to method to sort the element. Comparator provide compare method to sort the element. I am already seen that. Fourth point, comparable is present into java.lang package. Understand? Means comparable interface present into java.lang package and comparator interface present into java dot util package. Last point, we can sort the list of element of comparable type by writing collections dot sort and providing the list into as an argument method. But if I want to sort the comparator interface, so we can sort the list of element of comparator type by collection dot sort. We have to provide the list in which I want to sort, as well as I have to provide the object of this particular comparator interface. So these are the 5 points that I want to understand how comparable interface and comparator interface are different to each other. Now, I'm just coming on the last point of the video. It is comparator interface with the help of example. So I am just coming into the same example in the student class. You are able to see in this example, I am just implementing the comparable interface into a student class, and then I'm implementing the compare to method, and in compare to method I am just compare the information of a student as a roll number wise. After that, in example class I am creating the object of my list is storing the information of student, and by using the sort method I am able to sort the student information roll number wise. Now, if I want to sort the student information name wise also, understand, if I want to sort the student information name wise, what I have to do? I have to make changes into this particular compare to method. Understand what I am saying? If I want to sort the information in student information name wise, so I have to do the changes into this particular compare to method in this comparable interface. So I'm just want to do that. So I'm comes into here, I'm writing this dot name dot compare to method of string, and I'm writing here s1 dot name. Okay, where you have to understand this compare to method is different from this particular compare to method. This compare to method are present into the where this particular compare to method present into the comparable interface, but this compare to method is present into the string class. So this compare to method are present into the string class, which is capable for comparing the two string. So by using this line of code, we are able to compare the name of the students. Understand? So I'm writing a simple line of code. You are able to see that how compare to method are works here for comparing the name of the student. So if I want to run the program, so we are able to sort the student information name wise. Understand? I'm just running the code, and you have to read the message output. You have to understand, read the output. You are able to see the this is the output before sorting, and this is the output after sorting. Roll number is a completely in this which order they are inserted. In the same order after sorting is also roll number, in which roll number is not changes in 201, 203, 205, 202, 204. So in the same order there is a no sorting order are followed in terms of roll number wise. But if you are able to see the name wise, Aman, Subham, Visal, Komal, so you have to understand how it is worked. I think it does not provide any type of sorting here, so we have to make any changes for seeing how the sorting are done here. So I'm just writing this dot name dot this dot name compared to s1 dot name. Why it is not make changes, I have to see. Aman Shubham, let's assume I'm just changes the name here, like I'm just writing x student of name xx, then I'm just writing b, here I'm just writing d, here I'm just writing M, and here I'm just writing Y. Understand? So the name of student I make changes. I want to run the program and see the output. If there is changes of name wise or not, you have to see. Yes, they made changes. This is output before sorting, and this is output after sorting. So name wise sorting are done here. Understand? Name wise sorting are done here. X, B, D, M, Y are contained, but after sorting BDMXY as output. Means name wise sorting are done by using the comparable interface. Now question is, if I want to sort this particular student information at the same time, means I am by using the sort method, I am want to sort the information of student name wise. Again, I just want to sort the in the same program at the same time. I want to sort the student information in the roll number wise. So I am not able to do that. Why? If I make any changes into this particular compare to method, so all the previous information, previous compare to method information are deleted or updated. This is why we are not able to do the multiple changes or multiple sorting order in the same program by using the comparable interface. This is the drawbacks of comparable interface. I just want to remove this comparable interface, and I'm talking about the comparator interface. How comparator interface are works in the terms of sorting the group of object. Understand? And I want to removing this line of code here from that particular line. Now I'm talking about the comparator interface. How comparator interface are works for sorting the student information at the same time, name wise as well as the roll number wise as well as the age wise. Okay, for that purpose I'm just creating a class. Let's see how I'm doing that. I'm not creating here, I'm just creating a simple class here. Class sort name, just writing sort name wise. Okay, and this class implements the comparator interface. Okay, understand? I'm creating simple sort name wise class which implements the comparator interface, in which I'm just in here override the or implement the method of comparator interface, that is compare method, public int compare method. And this compare method take the two argument student s1 then student s2. Here I want to return s1 dot name, s1 dot name dot compare to then s2 dot name. Okay, so by using this class, by using sort name wise class, I am just implementing the comparator interface, in which I am override or inherit the compare method. So by if I want to compare the student information or sort the information of student in name wise, at that time I am using the object of student name wise class. Now again I want to create another class sort roll number wise, which implements the comparator interface. Okay, again I want to copy this line of code here from this line to this line. Am I writing what? I'm just writing s1 dot roll number minus s2 dot roll number. Okay, so by using this line of code, by using, if I want to sort the student information in roll number wise, so I have to pass the object of student roll number wise class. Okay, I want to sort age wise. Okay, which also implements the comparator interface student class, which I just want to copy paste here, and here I am writing s1 dot age minus s2 dot age. You are able to see in this program I am creating three classes. First class that implement the comparator interface, in which I am overriding the compare method or implementing the compare method, and this particular first class, that is sort name wise. By using this class we are able to sort the student class information name wise. If I want to sort the student information roll number wise, so I am using this particular class, object of this particular sort roll number wise class. If I want to sort the information of student age wise, so I am just using this object of this particular sort age wise class. Okay, so for different factor for ordering, for different or for multiple sorting sequence, we have multiple classes, we have separate classes for different type of sorting. If I want to sort the ID wise, so I have different class, I have separate. If I want to sort the name wise, so I have a separate class. If I want to separate, if I want to sort the roll number wise, so I have a separate class. So for different sorting order, we are just creating the separate classes for doing the ordering or doing the sorting at the same time of different category type. Understand? Now in student class, I'm not making any changes here. In example class, I'm just creating main method, and this is you are able to already seen here in this now till now. Now I'm just writing here collections dot sort, and I'm providing our list object of our list in which student information are stored, and then I'm passing the object of what? I'm passing the object of the class in which order I want to sort. If I want to sort name wise, so I'm just passing the sort name wise object of sort name wise class. Where you have to see here, I'm simply pass the object of name sort wise name sort name wise class as an argument, as a second argument into the collection dot sort method. And after that, I'm just writing here line of code sorting on name wise. Okay, after that I'm just writing this the line here. So I'm just copy this line for printing the information. Okay, now after printing that, at the same time I want to sort this particular student class information roll number wise. So again I want to write collections dot sort and providing our list, and then comma object of the sort roll number wise. Okay, object of a sort roll number wise class. Understand? At the same time I am providing the our list object and then sort roll number wise class object. What is the error? Sort blah blah blah. I have to write collections, not collection. Okay, so by using this I'm just copy paste this a line of code for printing the information. I'm just writing here sort roll number wise. Okay, again I just want to sort this class and the age wise, so I have to write here collections dot sort, then my list comma object of what? Object of age wise sort. Why? Because by using age wise sort we are able to sort the object of a student class age wise. Okay, so again I want to paste here. I'm writing here sorting on age wise. Okay, so in the same program I am able to sort the student class information name wise as well as the age wise as well as the as well as the name wise, age wise as well as the roll number wise in the same program. We are able to do that only by using the comparator interface. Because why I'm able to do that by using comparator interface? Why? Reason is comparator interface are works on a separate class. Means by we are able to create separate classes for doing the for doing the sorting or for doing the comparison on different object. Understand? I just want to run the program and see the output. What is the output of the particular program? Okay, we have to see this is the output before sorting. Okay, there is no any type of sorting are followed. First sorting on name wise. So this is the output in which sorting are done by the name wise. So B, D, M, X, Y are present. Second output sorting on roll number wise, means 26, 24. No, roll number is here. 201, 202, 203, 204, 205. Means roll number wise sorting are done into this particular line. Last output here is sorting on age wise, 20, 24, 25, 26, 30. Means in the same program, in the same data, we are able to sort that data in different factor, in different sequence. If I want to sort the particular student class or any other class, user defined class on different factor, so we have to use comparator interface. So how this particular comparator interface? By using comparator interface we are able to sort the information of the particular student on name wise as well as the roll number wise as well as the short roll number wise at in the same time in the same program. We are only able to do that by using the comparator interface. How this particular comparator interface or works, you have to see that. I'm just creating the sort age wise class which implement the comparator interface. I'm creating the student sort roll number wise class which implement the comparator interface. I am creating different class, separate class for sorting the or a student information in different factor. Okay, I think your all information about these four class are contained. If I am coming again in this point, so you are able to see. I want to revise this particular first point that is very important. Comparable provide a single sorting sequence. I think you are able to understand why comparable interface provide the single sorting sequence, because in which class I want to sort that means if I want to sort the student class information, so in the student class in originally class we have to implement the comparable interface. Second point says comparable affect the original class because original class have responsibility to implement the comparable interface. But in comparator interface, the comparator provide a multiple sorting sequence. Means at the same time, we are able to sort the information of any class, user defined class, at different factor. Reason is comparable interface does not affect the original class. Understand? Comparator interface are implemented by the separate classes. We are just passing the object of that particular class as an argument into sort method. This is why this particular comparator are different or very useful for comparing the customized user defined class object on different factor at the same time. If I want to comes into the second point, we are able to see unlike comparable, comparator is external to implement type. We are comparing its separate class. Understand? We are comparing the separate class. We are able to create a separate class for comparing the separate or separate data or object. We create a multiple separate classes. I'm writing into the comparator interface point. We create a multiple, we are creating the multiple separate classes that implement comparator interface to compare by different members. How comparator interface are works? In comparable interface, the class itself must implement the java.util package or comparable interface. Understand? Means a comparable object is capable of comparing itself. Means comparable object are comparing itself with the another object, but comparator object are capable for comparing the two different object, and both the object of different type. This is why comparable interface and comparator interface are works. I think you have to understand it's a separate class. We can create a separate classes that implement the comparator interface to compare by different member. So in the example, I'm able to show you how student class information we are able in the same program we are able to sort the student class information in the name wise, in the roll number wise, in the age wise in the same program. How we are able to do that? But by using comparable interface, we are not able to do all these things at the same time. Why? Because in which class object I want to do the sorting, in that same class I have to implement the comparable interface. This is the reason we are not able to sort the comparable interface by using comparable interface different factor at the same time. Understand? I think your all information, all confusion between comparable and comparator are clear, and what is the how comparable and comparator interface are works differently, and what are the similarity between both of them. All information about these two topics are clear. So I think if you have any doubt till now, so please comment it out, and thanks for watching this video, and bye bye.